by it. But you could go to the club and you could stand in the club for 5, 6, 7 hours straight and feel like, damn, that club finished too quickly. You could go take a test and not be prepared and feel like it's taking forever to get out of this experience. You could be highly prepared for a test and be so excited about being prepared for that test that time went by that quick. It's called time cell perception. So no matter how much we think we're existing in the same time, we're all vibrating on a different time. But hey, it's all about the manipulation of your breath at the end of the day. Yeah? And remember, spire comes from the word spirit, which means breath. So the opposite of inhalation is exhalation. So the opposite of expiration is inspiration. You get your inspiration from the intake of breath. And that's why ancient civilizations will always let you know that there's something in the air that you can take from to create that magic. So the Hindus would call it prana, and the Asians would call it chi, or even ki. And the ancient Egyptians would call it sachem. But this is all something that can be extrapolated from the contents of the air, that if you took deeper breaths, not only would it prolong life, it would help you facilitate manifestation. And this is why a tortoise that only breathes 3 times a minute lives as long as 1,000 years. I just got a bunch of fucking random information. It's okay. You know what I mean? I'm just a 9th grade dropout.
Yeah, you sound like one.
But for those of you who think I fell off and lost my mind because I'm making money,
Peace, decent.
you in for a rude awakening. Sadly mistaken. Planet Earth is an aquarium. We're always suspended in water.
Oh yeah, so these are the brothers I should be speaking to tonight.
You're more amphibious than you're anything else. How you think you're?
So these are Zion's Elite 12.
Believe not every spirit, but try the spirits.
Hope it's too big. I told his ass 8 o'clock.
Because many false prophets
I'm not
are going out into the
factoring
world.
That's clear? Okay. Let me ask you a quick question.
I'm normally 9 o'clock. I gotta stop telling guys 8 o'clock.
That's Jesus? Oh, of course. Of course we're Jews. Why wouldn't I be Jewish? Right. He came from Judah. That's what made him a Jew. But you said that's Jesus Christ.
That's not true though.
That's what it looks like. So the Bible describes Jesus Christ like that?
Apostle Paul said
The Bible does? Do you believe in the Bible?
Maybe I talked to
Do you
him.
believe in the Bible? Well, how,
I'm gonna have somebody.
And I think it's more of a story than it is an actual.
so how do you learn about God? I said no, how do you?
I learned about God from what I've experienced in my own life.
I'm gonna buy that mask, that plastic mask.
Person that I am.
Looking like Kyrie Irving or Rip Hamilton. Buy that one from Walmart or something. Please tell us.
This Romans 7 verse 14. For we know that the law is spiritual.
Oh boy, that was here yesterday.
Spiritual. Keeping
We'll
the
be
laws
talking
and
again
commandments.
tomorrow.
That's spiritual.
9 o'clock.
Not what we feel, man. Your
Dude,
your feelings can get you killed.
another guy said he's.
Can you not? Can you love the wrong person and they set you up? That's what you feel, right? Can your anger not think you're big and tough and then you meet somebody else big? Your feelings will get you killed. So what you feel doesn't really matter. I am speaking. I am here to speak this, and I am the light for everybody. Right? The Bible is the light to show you the way, man. But a lot of us get off track because we just go off our feelings and what our thoughts are, and every man and woman thoughts is you think you're doing right and you can be doing absolutely wrong because this world is wicked. Would you say this world is wicked, or you say it's a good place? Huh? It's a sad place, right? So there's no truth. So that's why you can't trust in your feelings. You can't trust in your emotions. You can have it, it's good, but No, I cannot.
I believe that personally.
Give me that.
Because I think all people are good people. I think that some people have a bad story.
Okay, man.
This is Matthew chapter 9.
You said I'm sorry, Slack. You said you believe in Christ, right? You said Jesus Christ, right?
I believe that he existed as
Okay.
a person.
Okay, cool.
I don't know that I believe that he was the Son of God, but I believe that
And
he
you
was
say
a
this
person.
is a PDF.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 16. And behold, one came and said unto him, Good master, what good thing shall I do that I might have eternal life?
Okay, so
And he
again,
said unto
these are
him,
guys-
Why callest thou me good?
Can't, I
Why
say
call
can't,
me
I don't know
good?
how many.
Because
Can't,
listen,
I'm
this is
speaking
the son
to
of God
It ain't
talking.
too late.
He said, "Why call me good?"
Do you believe what he says?
And he said unto him, Why call thou me good? There is none good but one, and that is God.
See how this PDF
I believe that. God is the only one that's good. All right, so then how can we say there's some good? Just because you do good things, just because I do something for you and you do something for me, does that make us good? That's how the world works. That doesn't make you a good person. That just means you're doing something to
I
get what you
believe
want.
that everybody is born a good person. I believe that the reason why they may not be a good person is because of what has happened to them in their lives. Honestly, that's what I believe.
Nope.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, 7 verse 20. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good and sin not.
That's how the PDF is. Much spacious. Much spacious, raw, hard.
Okay.
Did you hear that? What he said though? That last. Say that again.
Make sure that's
For there is not a just man upon earth that do good and sin not.
Okay. All right.
So you think that everybody is born good, right? So can you do good things and not sin?
A little while.
It's important.
Right. So how, if you're a sinner, that makes you a good person.
Sometimes God will forgive you.
Well, and who says that? Did God tell you that?
I believe that God would forgive
You think so?
you. Yes.
So if you murdered
They're not ready.
7,000 people, God is just gonna be like, oh well, that's just fine.
No,
That
not
border's
at
cut
all.
off. That's
No,
how-
right.
But,
So
I do believe that God understands that everybody has a hardship.
you think God understands that?
Yep.
Why would He understand that if that's wicked? If He's telling you that's something you shouldn't do? Why would He understand you if you think? Give me
This is extra big.
since we
These
born
are the
good.
guys.
That's how I feel.
No, that's how you feel, and like I said, once again, that's a feeling, that's opinion. Everybody's entitled to opinion, right?
That's
So,
my personal opinion. I
Right.
do believe that everybody is born good, and I think that some bad things happen to people, and that's why they do bad things.
Okay,
Yeah,
so-
I can see. Yeah.
let me see if you agree with this.
That's what I feel. Yeah.
Psalms 58 verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
But did you hear that?
The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
It's in the Bible.
But I don't know if I believe that.
So what do you believe in? You believe in astrology?
I think it's
I bet. You believe in science and all this stuff, right? But
Oh, they look at
a little bit of
science.
science.
a little
They look
bit.
at science like social.
All right, but it's like this is
Bewitched.
what's
Look at
wrong
magic.
with this
Pharaoh.
business saying if you know a
They
wicked
look at
person,
pharaohs like
most
science.
likely they've
Like
always
science.
been wicked their whole life. They went off, they went astray. Something doesn't have to happen to somebody to be wicked. So you telling me everybody that's did something bad happened to them?
Yes, that's how I feel.
You feel that
I
way?
really do.
So you never.
That's what they put
So
in
you
the Bible.
telling me? Well, you said you're little age. You said that like when you was in school, you never like first grade. It wasn't just one kid that was just bad.
Sometimes
Yeah. So what happened to him?
So what happened to him was, you know what?
He was an orphan? No,
but
you could have
at
had
the
a
end of the day, sometimes he dealt with bad things. He was abused.
Yeah, she tried to hug him
In
at first.
kindergarten?
She walked through trying to hug him.
And you knew this
Sexually abused. Yes,
in
this
kindergarten.
is
So
happening.
only sexually abused
No,
people
no,
are.
not only. No,
No,
not
okay.
only.
But I
I'm
asked you
giving an
that.
example.
Right.
Or do it.
I believe that sometimes
When
when
mankind
people,
gets-
especially young children,
and they think
go
they
through
give you- offer you a hug,
abuse
it's
and
gonna take-
hardships in life, it's hard for them to form a mature opinion about right and wrong.
I wasn't none of that. And does that make me a bad person?
No, nobody's a bad person.
No, nobody. Nobody's a bad person.
No.
But all right.
What about Hitler? He's a bad person?
Hitler did terrible things.
Why was Hitler terrible though?
He did things to people that were horrible.
But you said nobody's bad.
Clearly there was something. No, I didn't say he was a bad person. That he did terrible things.
Oh, so he still was a good person.
No, he was not a good person. He may have been born a good person, like I said. Something happened to him, obviously, to make him a bad person later on in life.
So
I think he was clearly mentally deranged.
I think this what happened.
Go ahead, yeah.
This is Psalms 109, verse 6. Set thou a wicked man over him, and let Satan stand at his right hand.
Let Satan stand over his right hand. So let me ask you a question. So bad things just happen to good people, and good things happen to bad people.
Sometimes yes.
That's
Woman,
my head is
she probably
Have you ever known a good person and some bad things happen to them?
Read.
Or a bad person and sometimes good things happen to them? Because I know a lot of them.
I haven't known a good person because I thought I did, but
Really?
until I got wisdom,
I had a couple responses.
haven't
My
known
guy sent me their emails. Some guys are
Actually, it's
shook.
really bad because
Some guys like, nah, you gotta come to my platform. I'm like, dude, y'all be on the street with them.
I see wickedness all day,
You're in
man.
control.
Let me ask you a question.
And now you
Did I ask you?
your
Did I ask you? That's
platform,
sad.
you're
This
control.
world is
So
sad.
you always
I
got
know,
to
I do
be
agree with you.
Listen,
I do agree with
listen.
you.
The people that run this world, right?
Yes.
They drop chemtrails
Be mad.
every
Y'all
day
always
on
in
you.
control.
You can't even trust. Why should I trust you?
That's
Just saying.
insecurity.
No,
Shouldn't
I
I?
shouldn't. Right? No. I'm just giving you a. How I can't even trust the air I breathe.
No, you can't.
So what's good? Can you trust the food you buy? What can you trust?
Just think about
So what's
if they.
good?
This is what I say.
You trust
Think
yourself.
about if they
You trust yourself.
This
And the
is-
people
cut me
who
off
love
on my
you,
own
you're
program.
basically-
Imagine if I go to their
Hold
show.
on,
I
what
wish
is
I
it?
would call in.
Love is
Probably the
somebody
cactus.
who puts you before themselves. Love is somebody who makes you feel like you are the best person no matter
Cross the
what
line.
you do. Whether you do right
That's
or
the only show
wrong,
I'm gonna
like
call
a
it.
mama. A mama
Don't kill
who
you.
follows
Don't
a
kill you the other day.
son to prison sometimes. She,
But I wouldn't give up too much. If I called in
You know what she said?
Cross the
She
Line
said,
Radio, I
"Alright,
wouldn't really
got my
provide
book.
too much
I don't
scripture.
care what
I might just
that's
be
a
talking.
mama, and that's a true mama.
Yeah.
That sounds like an
I'm
enabler. But
Like I could do it.
Okay,
that sounds like
I
an
know.
enabler. That doesn't
Listen,
sound
They're
like.
going to agree with you. And
No, no,
they're
they're
not.
not.
What are
I
we
know
out
you're
here?
not.
What are we doing?
No, we're not trying
What
to
are we
change it.
doing? They're not
Stop
disagree with you. I'm not yelling
We're
at
not
you.
here to try and change each other's ideas or opinions.
Right.
Definitely.
That's what I said. We're all entitled to.
I am only here to tell you what my opinion might be. Because I feel like sometimes when you spend a lot of time thinking that the world is a bad place, you're putting your mind in a bad place.
It's gonna be in a bad
And
place.
I
when the world is a bad place.
I do understand what you're saying. I know it's a bad place. But every once in a while, you find a little bit of good.
You know what I find good when I stand up here, when I unite with my brothers, when we go talk to people
That's
and we
great.
able to open
Yes.
people's mind,
Yes.
because we open everybody's mind. We talk to whoever, so that's good. That's the only time I have when I leave, when we pack this up and we leave and we go back to our space. I'm not saying I'm a miserable, grumpy, grouchy old person, but the truth will set you free. I'd rather know the truth that the world is wicked. You seen the Matrix?
That's all right.
You seen the Matrix, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have, yeah.
So I'm not gonna take the other pill and go back to the fake life. I'd rather take the real because that makes me a real person.
That's you.
I don't want to
That's
live
all right.
in a fake world. You know, I don't want to live in Candyland. I stopped playing that at 5. I don't want to go back to that. You know, that's just me. Everybody else, you know,
Oh, that's
Oh,
fine.
boy.
people have their own, opinions of what they want to perceive in life. But I know the truth. I'm not gonna just, I don't eat pork. I know what it does to my body. I'm not gonna
Oh,
keep
shit, here you
eating
go.
it because it tastes good and everybody does it. And then when it messes me up, who's to blame? Myself, because I was foolish. Wisdom is too high for a fool. So, and I got tired of being a fool. That's all. And I just don't want to accept
I
it.
only came over just to tell you that I appreciate what you're doing.
Okay, and we appreciate
I
you
like it when
appreciating
somebody
that.
has no problem with expressing themselves.
Right,
their
you should.
opinion,
Everybody
and
should.
sharing that with everybody else.
Right, everybody should.
That's it.
Look at the
Man,
title.
may I give you something to research? Can you hold that? Can you hold that picture up again?
Caesar Borgia. Tell her.
Man, have you ever heard of Caesar Borgia?
Caesar Borgia.
Borgia.
Borgia. That's French. Yeah.
That is the image of Jesus Christ that the white man chose
That
to
is this
pick. The
image.
Roman Catholic Church,
Yes.
they took, and he was a he went against every commandment, and they chose him as the image to put to the world.
He like
Does that
killed
sound
his
wicked?
brothers for his wife. Some crazy,
Yeah. You know what?
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's hey. But hey, we gotta accept it.
To be fair,
I don't
will
shake
you shake my hand?
I don't shake no.
Yeah, there are crimes that white people do.
This is my life,
Black
you
folks,
know.
I do.
like kidnap. and
I'll look into
stuff
that
like
because I
There's
think that's
crimes
fair.
black folks do.
And it's
I
no,
will shake your hand if you would shake my hand. But that's cool. It's
no,
all
no.
right.
I don't shake
That's
nobody's hand because you know most people that shook my hand, it didn't turn out well. So,
Okay,
but it's no
fair
disrespect.
enough.
I actually appreciate you come up here talking. I actually do. And it was like I said, I like to listen to people. I talk to a lot of people everywhere I go. I like to listen to people's opinions, so it helps me deal with people and talk better. You know, I didn't shout at you. I didn't tell you
No.
I didn't disrespect you or anything. So, you know, I listen to people because that makes me a better person and better to deal with people. So, you know, we might have a little differences in things,
That's okay.
but that's fine. Exactly, because everybody's entitled to their opinion. And if you can express it, we can cope with people better because
All right,
I
so
let
maybe
you
got
know
6
how
months
I deal with
to
things, you let me know how you deal with it.
Yeah.
So it's an understanding. As long as we have an understanding, where's the problem?
All right, so let's see what's
All
left.
right.
You have a good night. You have a good night too, sir.
She had a man with her.
Alrighty then.
See what they was wearing? All right.
I had the Gangsta's Paradise tape, like we used to be rapping over the instrumental. So that was probably when I was like 8 years old, you know, going back then.
Holy Father, now real quick, with the Hebrew Israelites.
This is Sakari.
So
the dude I was talking
shout
from,
out to
the dude I was talking
100,
to yesterday was Sakari Kent.
Clubhouse
I'm
Conglomerate
only getting close to these
in the
guys.
100
Talked to a
room
guy from Sakari.
on WAC
Talked to
100.
low level guy from Sakari. I talked to low level guy.
I want to say this. Somebody
Hey.
said the audio. If
And I
you can't hear
talked to
me,
this
there's a
Mr.
button
Niggas
on
King.
your phone.
That's not
Turn
really like,
up
you know,
the
like
button on your phone. But I want to
I
give
was
the
somebody from the
backdrop.
Purple and Gold. IU.
Our dear beloved brother,
Israeli Craig.
Captain Tazariak of the UPK.
IUIC.
I want to say, give a mighty shalom club. Somebody said time about you.
Well, man, just get to it.
This all through the spirit. I was talking to Alazar and I said, these are the questions. I told Alazar,
No, I definitely appreciate it.
Well, I guess we both crazy because I'm gonna say the shit.
and for all of y'all, see, and you hear WAC 100. So for those of you who aren't familiar, I might have some young folks, I might have some older folks, I might just have some square ass Israelites who ain't never been through something.
Day, literally, man, shit crazy.
CR Drew,
Sabi, you said we get rid of
have
it.
a good night, bro.
Good. I've been
You're
blowing
now
all
blocked from
day.
the channel. If you're gonna hate, keep your hating to yourself. If you're gonna hate, period. So, hear our bell. Crazy, or is he, a lot of you guys be like, Deacon, just shut the hell up and
Yeah, shut up. Go ahead.
Only me at finally say, man, stop. Talk to old boy.
he's
Kanye
talking
West.
about, yeah, we're gonna call them the small hats. That's right, Apostles of Quan. The small hats. There we go. Small hats.
Yeah,
I
but why
forgot.
why be
We've been,
disrespectful? I
using
don't
that.
need for that. Just call them
But,
Jews. Just call them what they want to be called. You
he's
guys
talking
can call yourself
about,
Jews. Call yourself Israelites. So just
the
call them what they
movie,
want to
the
be called.
film Hebrews
They
to
call y'all
Negroes
what
by
y'all
our
want to be
brother
called.
Ron Dalton. That's still on Amazon, and nobody's coming at
Yeah,
Jeff
war,
Bezos or
there's
Andy
a level of respect in war,
Passy,
man.
I believe his name is, the new
And, like,
CEO,
dudes be
who is Jewish.
clowning
Nobody's
Europeans for
coming at
being
them
savage, and here
about
they
the
go.
movie. So Kyrie cannot share
Oh, I gotta play
Hebrews
that
to Negroes on his platform,
Morpheus
but
thing.
Amazon can share it on their platform because they want to keep niggas in check and show niggas that you can only go as far as we tell you. We got control of you. The double
Blocked the
standard.
peace. I got blocked.
Ain't nobody talk to
Good to you.
Bezos or who the new CEO
We're
is
good.
on
And they
Amazon.
don't like you, decent.
So it's like we're starting to realize that was that one
Not
moment.
like you, though.
And Kyrie, he really took that hit on not on my behalf, but on our behalf and on God's people's behalf. That you got to see what happened. Not that we was direct.
Somebody's in the chat saying we're still riding the Kanye train. This is not riding the Kanye. Our
it's
brother
trending.
is
You're
actually
supposed to.
interviewing him
You're
and
supposed to
asking
keep going. Like people just
pertinent questions
people.
pertaining to
Some
our
people
faith
are
and
just
belief
poor
systems.
in this.
I mean, what do you
Hold on,
want
I
us to
gotta get
do?
religious.
Be atheists?
It's the only way some
We're
of you
going
guys
to
can
keep
relate.
riding our
Some
culture,
people
our
just
heritage, our the Hebrew Israelite
people
train.
just
Yes, we're
poor
going to keep
in
riding it till the
the
wheels
spirit.
fall off. What do you want us to do? Go join Kemet
Like,
and learn how Seb sodomized his own child?
they don't really have
That's what
confidence
you want us to do?
in who they are.
Not happening.
Like, dude. But they're
Let's keep
mad because
going.
people out there making
Directed
noise.
by
I'm not
Disney.
jealous of
And it's
Sakari.
like,
making
oh man,
noise,
they came
Sakari,
together on this thing I'm watching on HBO or
ITV making
Hulu or
noise.
Disney.
These are
But
good
in
shit.
real
These are
life,
stuff I'm not
that
doing.
people would take a
I'm on the
financial
internet
sacrifice
talking trash.
for the
They are
truth,
on the
because
internet
the
and they also in
truth
person
will
talking
set
trash.
us
You
free.
in person,
Like,
you're definitely
who
gonna
is
make
Phil
more noise.
Knight?
You're gonna be more popular.
Ain't nobody exploited nobody more than Phil Knight. Are you kidding me? The head of Nike? And it's so funny how God got a sense of humor for him, because he's now come and put money publicly towards the Republican Party.
Phil Knight, the head of Nike, and he's basically saying that Nike wants to drop Kanye when all Nike has ever done was exploit black people and black figures
They got
and
paid.
make us the face of Nike, but basically make us also the slaves of Nike.
Because the company he created is getting gang banged, and I maybe that's not that Christian to say it like that, but Phil Knight, your company is getting gang banged. So go ahead and go back to your house and walk 10 steps in front of your wife, like when I seen you in Palm Springs and you was walking 10 steps. How you told going a walk with your wife and you 10 steps ahead? I was like, see, that's why I don't like Nike. If this is the person that's setting the what do they call it? The environment or whatever. It's another word for that I'm missing right now. But
Yeah,
the environment at Nike, of course, ask anybody that's ever dealt with Nike. You know, they treated people. They didn't treat people good. They were treating me really.
I can believe that. And the thing is, like, yo, it's the customers who make these companies relevant, man. I'm not saying if black folks boycott Nike altogether, Nike just go out of business, but they're gonna have a major setback. You dig? And like, we just can't, like, these people co-sign, they co-sign Kyrie. They ride for Kyrie. I'm not like that. You dig? Now, I don't like when they say you gotta do all this stuff to get reinstated, and I don't agree with that. But the suspension, I'm cool with. But you got people who ride with Kyrie, or they say they are. But these guys will wear Nike though. I was balling with a guy. He said Kyrie's favorite player. I said, yeah, man. No more Kyrie's for you, huh? He said, nah, I'm still wearing. All right, okay. Favorite player. You're not rocking with him. Like, when I was a hardcore Tupac fan, whoever he dissed, that's why I ain't like Nas for so long. It took after Tupac death for me to start liking Nas and Jay-Z. I ain't like them when Tupac was alive. I ain't like Biggie. But I was riding with him. So when he said F Chino XL, Fuji trying to do me, screw them. When he Mobb Deep, screw Bad Boy as a record label and as a crew. Are you gonna be Bad Boy screwed you too. Chino XL, screw that. You dig? And like, let Tupac have a deal of a brand of clothing I like to wear. And let Tupac say that he felt like they did him dirty and it was exposed in the media. Man, I'm not supporting that stuff. Like, that was somebody who's really riding with the so-called cause, man. Also, I was riding with Dr. Khalid Muhammad well after his death. I know when he was alive, I had no idea who he was. But I used to ride with him. I used to support, his cause wholehearted. He did. I was down for whatever he was down with, and I was against whatever he was against. It was real simple. Like, there's no loyalty for some of us. But then we get on the internet and we talk about the Bilderberg. Yeah, I was gonna show some more videos of black folks acting like a fool, kidnapping people, assaulting, shooting at people. I was gonna play. I said, nah, I'm good. I'm not gonna play. I'm not gonna play it. But I did play yesterday when old boy was arrested by the cop. He was tweaking and bugging out. Then I played, and I said, yo, he reminded me of what happened to George Floyd. I played George Floyd right afterwards, and they both was tweaking the same way. Most likely, well, they found the crack pipe on George Floyd. But yeah, so if y'all, it's like people brag about being in the hood. Like, yeah, why would you want to brag to be in your lower state? But if you were living in a hood at some point, you've been around crackheads, you should know that crack is an upper. Cocaine, it's the same thing as crack. There's no difference. Okay, same drug. But they are uppers. Heroin is a downer. So heroin puts you to sleep, crack and coke, you're not going to sleep. If you get high on days of crackhead, you're not sleeping for days. And you could tweak, you could bug out. You know, don't have sleep, you're gonna bug out. So George Floyd and other dude, crackheads, you know, and they become very paranoid. Crackheads become very paranoid when they get some good crack.
Bad when I had the Red October, and that's part of the reason why I ended up going to Adidas. You know, this is all related to Kyrie. This is where I'm going with it, but certain things just spark other things that I would like to tell y'all. I remember sitting in my
I got so many clothes in storage that I don't wear. All my sneakers are in storage. All my Jordans. Well, I got a pair of Jordans stolen from the gym. Damn, they're brand new. But yeah, every day I'm literally just shoes. I'm brown DSW shoes, kind of fly shoes, like shoes. Big. And I got Crocs. That's it. That's every day. Shoes or Crocs. No sneakers, no Jordan. And I'm not even boycotting nobody. It just where I'm at right now. Jeans. I got hella jeans, hella shirts, but I rewashed like the same pair of jeans. Like I probably wear 3 pair of jeans every week. Wear blue, wear black, wash all 3, wear blue, wear black, mix it up. Same, like I probably got 5 shirts in rotation. And I got a hoodie that I made, and I got a Old Navy coat that I wear. I don't have my North Face, I don't have none of that stuff. I'm missing, I could get it. It's like, nah. I'm grinding. I'm gonna be low key. So yeah.
My mother-in-law's kitchen, and it was the same story that everybody got. My girlfriend pregnant. You know, I'm from Chicago. I ain't want to leave Nike. I grew up in a city of Jordan. You ain't never seen somebody draw so many Jordans on their sketch pad and go and look at the shoes, and the Scottie Pippen flights was the purple and black ones was behind plastic because they ain't want nobody touching them too much because they wanted to still sell them. We'd be going to Champ Sports. This is when like the shoes jumped over when Nike got that air bubble or that different kind of foam at the bottom, and they jumped past Avia, and K-Swiss and Reebok because they was neck and neck for a while. And then they jumped, and then they made those pumps with David Robinson. They literally dropped the Maybach.
And also, too, I want to say
about pumps, David Robinson. I could swear Dominique Wilkins was the main guy for that.
This for y'all just coming in. Our brother Captain Tazariak asked him a mighty question, and when he started to answer that question, Clubhouse shut the room down. I want you guys to watch until the end. Clubhouse shut the room down. You're gonna want to hear this mighty question and a mighty answer from our brother Ye. And then, like I said, it was what I was thinking about. I wish I could have asked him that. But you know, great minds think alike. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do me a favor, y'all. You don't have to send no money to the channel. It's not about the money. It's about the information. So let's pause real quick to give a quick like. Hit that like button. It ain't going to charge your crypto wallet, and it ain't going to charge your bank account. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. The Water Brother Maurice from Judah for keeping that $2 drive alive, my brother. Big Ox says, Cap Tazariak with ISUPK. Absolutely. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. praises. How many likes we at now? How many likes we at now? Let's take a look. Let's take a look here. Come on, y'all. That means we got more haters than lovers in here. Love your neighbor. I'm your neighbor. I know a lot of Christians watch this channel. You can hit the like button too. I know you Christians get.
They had the nerve to have a shoe for $180 back then. Now I know that's a normal price right now, but for a kid, shoes cost $60 back then. But I remember that effect that Nike had on me. It didn't matter that people could buy that David Robinson pump or not. It affected me that at the point when Nike was treating me like how Chase was treating me, like how Adidas was treating me, that I was willing to stay with Nike because of how much I loved it, because of the value that we place on brands.
And that's true. And that's why we become a slave to these companies, that we'll let them treat us like shit and we'll still stay with it. It's called Stockholm Syndrome, the Willie Lynch syndrome. It's a pimp and hoe relationship. The white man will bitch slap a nigga and a nigga will still love his ass. This is what you call systemic oppression, systemic racism. Is going to have 2 cents and
due to propaganda and, you know, it's just mental manipulation, all the Edward Bernays advertising. Why did Nike swoosh mean something to you? Why we want to be like Mike instead of wanting to be like Christ? Why every half the numbers in the NBA is number 23? All of that is branding, mental branding. And then you get a brother like Kyrie, well-read information. And another thing, you take like Jalen Brown, you take Kyrie, you take a couple people, right, who...
For one, nobody can say Kyrie Irving is crazy. He graduated from one of the most prestigious colleges in this country. So you can't use that angle on him.
They family is going to be all right no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple family members that might ask me for a loan here and there, but my family got jobs, right? So that means that I don't have to listen to nothing nobody got to say. If I want to get rid of all my money and go to like riding skateboards or driving an Uber for the rest of my life, I can do that. But you know what they go and do to the NBA players? They'll be like, well, what about grandma? What about your auntie? You don't want to go back. You don't want to be shamed. You don't, because they got a position. They're going to give you some type of job, some type of Shaquille O'Neal job for the rest of your life, as long as you play the game.
Right.
And with Kyrie, he got 1 year left. They question it, like, will he even go, would he go play basketball again? And it's interesting to me. I know you got a question later about Candace Owens. Man, you got to understand, like in 1 week, I went in Trump, Alex Jones, and then Elon. Like in a matter of 10 days, right? Where's the lies? You know what I'm saying? So, because everybody's beholden to somebody, right? And I got to say, I'm proud of Trump that he actually spoke up. And Ari Emanuel put something out.
Can I just say this? I believe Joe Biden is the devil the Bible speaks of. I believe Trump is the devil the Bible speaks of. But for black people hate Kanye so much because he is a professed Trump supporter. When Trump did more economically than the Biden or the Obama. That's just a fact. Do I believe he's still the devil? Absolutely. And when black people who want to be Democrats so much, Democrats are pro-abortion, pro-homosexuality, but black Christians who's supposed to stand on the Bible, and these Republicans would actually share more views with them, biblical views, but our people have still been duped into the Democratic train when both are a detriment to black people. That's just a fact. Let's go.
That showed that I had stretched the limits of the idea anti-Semitism. So listen to this thing that Trump put up, I think it was this morning, right? So he says, how quickly Jewish leaders forget that I was the best by far president for Israel. They should be ashamed of themselves. This lack of loyalty to their greatest friends and allies is why large numbers in Congress and so many others have stopped giving support to Israel. He could have never said that had it changed in 1 week. It changed in 1 week. Because I went and I grabbed the third rail and I lived. I went as far as you can go.
I did as far as Kanye.
Now let's open up the conversation and see that Jared Kushner was standing next to Trump the whole time, and Rahm Emanuel was standing next to Obama the whole time, and then Rahm Emanuel went to my hometown and destroyed that city. And what I liked is I was talking to a friend of mine that just took $30 million from Ari Emanuel. I'm sorry, he ain't got money like that, from a investment company that Ari Emanuel is associated with. And I heard they big mad. I heard he mad. I heard, hey, Ari, you mad? You mad? Oh, what, Ari, what you so mad about? Oh, because they keep on making you put them articles out because you at the lowest level of the power structure. Is that why you so mad, Ari Emanuel?
Also, too, y'all, this is based on this rant that he's going on. It's a good rant. So it reminds me of me because the brother trying to paint him bags, still giving a
structure run. Okay, we got China headed to be potentially, if it's not for Jesus Christ, the New World Order, the New America. Oh, but previous to that, we do have Christian ran families, the Medici, 1,000-year-old families. They sit above the Vatican. The Vatican sits above the financial groups, BlackRock and Vanguard. Vanguard sits above Putin, Kim Jong-un, Biden. And you know who's under all of them? Ari Emanuel, Hollywood. It is the first line of defense for the CIA for mind control. Come and get me.
Mind control. You're doing crazy.
My other question for you, what do you mean when?
No, you understand? I said, come and get me. What I just said is far past anything anybody in my position has ever said publicly. You understand that? So we just riding on God at this point. I ain't got no security. Y'all know exactly where I'm at.
That else today, I haven't got on your side. I appreciate you for that.
He ain't lying about that. Drive me crazy.
Yeah. you know God got us because it's that time, because they seeing it, right? They're seeing it and they doing it every time. You know, I got this joke. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell it. It's very racist.
No.
It's very
racist.
Okay, I do the whole joke in a Chinese accent.
There you go. All right, let's go.
Come on, man. I know you're gonna say it's very wrong, but watch this.
Very wrong.
Okay, so when I wear the red hat, when Kim had the responsibility of watching me, they came to her and say, "Go get your nigga," and then Kim comes to me, "The red hat, you got to take."
No, that's just proof that the whole Kardashian family are a bunch of warlocks. He just said that Kim had the responsibility of basically handling.
Nick Cannon was talking.
Let's go.
That off. You can't wear it to the White House. She said, "Look, my job is done. Mama, we out." You know what I'm saying? So then I go and I put White Lives Matter on a t-shirt. And they're like, well, we can't go get, oh, you know what? Let's go get celebrities. Let's go get Puff Daddy. Let's get Dave Chappelle. Let's go get Meek Mills. What made somebody think Meek Mills could say something to me? What made? No, this is the funniest thing of everything. Listen. Yo, man, I'm about to start crying, laughing, man. Somebody thought Meek Mills. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Meek's a gangster. Meek's a gangster, Jay. Meek is a gangster, man.
Oh, he's on Meek Mill's helmet. Hey, start a brother Meek Mills out, man. Y'all need to come together. He's brother from Philly.
Hold on. No, somebody's like, it's like Meek Mill. Okay, hold on. Well, okay, that was not my joke, but somehow that part was really funny to me. Okay, so
100.
100. Okay. Hold on. Let me think of something really not funny for a second.
Again, shout out to WAC 100 for putting this together and allowing our brother Captain Tazariak to ask these questions. Gotta make that known and clear.
You know, when you having sex, you try to think about something really unrelated. Let me think of something really not funny. Because every time I think about that, I can't finish my story.
Crazy.
Okay, somebody thought they could get me.
This is crazy.
Okay, anyway, so they say, Puff Daddy, go get your nigga, right? And then Puff calls me, you know, with a wire on, right? And he's just like, yo, I'm going to beat up anybody with the White Lives Matter shirt. And then, so that's why.
First of all, Puff Daddy is not beating up anybody. Do with it, other decades going both ways. Nigga is with Matter shirt on. That nigga
said, you know, you working for Jewish people. So then it was like, went to Ari Emanuel, and they were like, yo, go get your nigga. And Ari like, bro, I don't really like, yo, this man is like really just prepped for war at all times. And I really, okay, all right, here I am. I'm Ari Emanuel. I want all the, you know, businesses to not do business with my name, Ye, by the way. I want them to like not do business with Ye, right? And then they freeze, they debank me. Adidas sues me for like 75 million for marketing that we agreed upon. That was, you know, I get into a longer story on that. And they freeze my accounts. They my royalty for the next 4 years was $500 million a year, $500 million cash, one more zero than Dave Chappelle for the next 4 years. That's what was in contract if I didn't do nothing. If I just Yeezys, foam runner slides, all that, you know.
Yeah, well, what'd you do? Did you fumble the bag?
And so within one,
we got to ask ourselves, y'all. He went from they froze all of his accounts. He was worth 11 billion. We're not sure how much he's worth now. I don't believe the media, the red media, but we got to ask ourselves, how much of y'all would take those type of pay cuts to sacrifice?
It's stupid. It's a dumb pay cut.
Most niggas want their own kids. We act like that. We
$1 billion Alex Jones. And I said,
nobody smart would do that.
You know, love everybody. I said love everybody because they, I ain't gonna say who it is, I ain't gonna say what doctor it is, I ain't gonna say what hospital it is, have been trying to make us love certain things, love the Grammys, love Nike, love killing each other, love opioids, love strip clubs, right? But it's like, no, you can't love this person. You can't love, no, you gotta hate this person. This is a demonic figure. And you gotta hate this. So me, I'm like maybe a little bit autistic. I think I'm more autistic than I am bipolar, right? I think that's incorrect. I don't think I'm bipolar, but I am like an autistic person because you've seen by me being on stage with Drake last year, Kendrick said he got more growing to do. I can't help but love. I love Ari Emanuel. I can't help but love. I don't have nothing but love. So then I said, I love Hitler, meaning.
So if you guys didn't watch the Alex Jones interview, he did say he loves Hitler, meaning that
goes on Alex Jones.
Well, but he loved the world, right? And we asked her, you'll say that. Why? Because let's go.
It's for us to love, and that's to be Christ-like. And then our Emmanuel goes to his bosses in China and says, what am I gonna do now? It's like, and they like, I don't know. We love Hitler too.
Oh yeah.
You gotta understand that that's how China has taken over. They study his playbook. And so what I'm dealing with my accounts, when they didn't clear the Donny Hathaway sample for me yesterday morning, and it was, I'm not going to say what kind of lady, I'm not going to say what hospital it was, I'm not going to say what it is, was in between me and the Donny Hathaway estate, thus being in between me and the audience because I wanted to put my new music out. Now I can't.
He wanted to put out new music. I heard a coon named Charlemagne the God say that Kanye West is not a big figure anymore. Are you kidding me? He's only one of the most streamed artists on Spotify and other music platforms right now. So he
do that due to the cancellation, right? That playbook is the communists following parts of the Nazi playbook. So really, I'm the one, and it's Jewish people that actually are helping me at this point, right? There's people who are literally hiding me under their wooden floorboard because everyone's like, man, he gave an opinion, you know. So this is a cautionary tale. Look at even Charlemagne. We be having our issues, and he had to say it out loud. He do it a bunch of times. He made Biden say what it really is out loud. We remember that. He made whoever that guy was on his show.
You know who he was? Leor Cohen. Leor Cohen. He's the executive of YouTube Music, I believe. And he said that the opioid problem in America is the biggest threat to society, the biggest problem that we had. And Charlemagne said, so why do you still sign artists and perpetuate and propagate their music when it talks about killing each other and doing opioids? And that Jewish man straight up said, because my family has to eat. So we're gonna shit on your community and make your community kill each other. And
nobody forcing them to do is rap about opioids and crime. They call it just telling their stories over a beat.
And be a detriment to your own society, like as when
we remember that. And he said,
I recall Common West, Common Sense songs doing very good, positive. Nas did I Know Where I Can Be What I Want to Be. That was a big hit. So now people can make other songs. Dude, Lupe Fiasco, Talib Kweli, Lauryn Hill, like people can make certain songs. They just choose not to. They want to be with the rah-rah.
He said, yo, but Ye said something, he lost everything. And everything meaning everything they gave us. Because God gave me. I know, you know, some people say, oh, got you. Got it. Or like Drake said, Adidas has Kanye West, I think, right? And I'm like, ain't nobody had me since my mama. Don't nobody got me. Don't nobody had me, has me, you know, none of that. So people take everything. And you can't take it away from me. It's too late. That energy, that soul, there's nothing they could do at this point. There's nothing we could do other than have a real conversation at this point. Because guess what? After all of that, we still ain't had the conversation about the contracts and what led me to the DEFCON tweet in the first place. That's a reality.
So I want to get into the next question. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Back? Oh, so no, okay. So Ye, you have mentioned that the sacrificing of Donda, and I kind of wanted you to elaborate on what did you mean by that.
So for my older crowd, they're asking about, because that's underneath Donda.
Is something that I saw, me seeing Michael Jordan's father taken away, Bill Cosby's son, my mom. I felt like these things happen to bring trauma and control to the Black voices, the blood of Christ, the original voice, the voices that are controlled by the media. You know, all this.
Did you guys catch that? This is why I said he's going to say some things here in just a second. Like I said, he's going to, for those of you who are just tuning in, our Hebrew Israelite brother, one of the leaders of our community, was able to, you know, ask some real pivotal questions, and they shut the whole room down after that, right? And so, did you guys hear what he just said, though? This is why I say we needed to play this audio and really dissect it like this. so you guys can understand when you're dealing with somebody with a genius mind, and he does have a genius mind. Does that mean he's righteous and perfect and holy, and he's going to automatically be saved when Jesus comes back? No. But he just said something I want much
trauma and control to the Black voices, the blood of Christ, the original voice, the voice.
You hear that? So he's saying that you, what your mama was, that they'll control the Israel or the blood of Moses around you. Clubhouse where it's not a lot of the voice of the Israelites. Don't get the infer and the water to those who
are controlled by the media. You know, oh, this could happen. This could happen to you. This can happen again. This is what we're going to do. We're going to make this sacrifice. And, you know, this is just, I saw a pattern. You know, sometimes people say, oh, well, yay, what you're saying, that sounds erratic. That sounds, I'm a producer. I see pattern recognition. I'm listening to Otis in Paris sitting at the table with, you know, with Jay and Beyonce and Dream and stuff. Virgil's there. And I just hear the song and and boom, let me make that a pattern. That's one of my things of what gives me a neo ability to see the world in these black and green matrix screen ways is my pattern recognition. That's what makes me a Rain Man. And
I don't like I don't like him saying that's what makes him the Rain Man. If you know what the Rain Man is it's not good. This is why I say Ye's got some good information, some great information, and he's pushing the line, but he's got extreme work to do. Somebody said Yathar Sakari. No, I haven't. If you got it, send it to me.
If Rain Man saw those three things add up, he say, okay, well, the fourth one's gonna be Tiger Woods, and then the fifth one's gonna be. You get what I'm saying? There's a pattern of that happening. So, I think the word sacrifice is, and you know, I'm super Christian, but it sounds too. Nothing can never be too religious, but in this really secular media world, they use religion to sound, and people always gonna write things off as sounding crazy. So, you know, guess what? It's up to people to believe the stuff I'm saying or not at this point. You know, pretty much it's right every time. So I still have the ability to speak, and that's why I did this morning, because the last thing I need to do is stop expressing myself, because God put me in this position to express myself. So I'm saying my pattern recognition says that looks like there's sacrifices to major black celebrities in Hollywood.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Cap.
I appreciate it. I had a question, right? I've followed you like from your first album up until now.
So this is our Hebrew Israelite brother, Captain Tazariak, speaking again, about to ask him more questions pertaining to Hebrew Israelite theology. So let's just rewind it a little bit.
Says that looks like there's sacrifices to major black celebrities in Hollywood.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Cap.
I appreciate it. I had a question, right? I've followed you like from your first.
Oh man, the audio, man. Zoom back on his foolishness.
Album up until now. On your first album, you had songs like Spaceship, you had Jesus Walks. Even in your song, The Last Call, which I still play when I work out, you said, I played Jesus Walks for me and they wouldn't sign me. And so now when you fast forward to 2022, you're extremely active with your belief. Is this something that you wanted to do back then, but you felt like maybe either the masses wasn't prepared for it or would be held back, and now you feel like you're in a position to bring it forth? Because I'm a fellow believer in Christ as well. Like, what made that change come to where you push it the way that you push it?
You know, just...
No, that is a Also, too, I want to say this real quick. Kanye did say that. He said, I had to get my money up. He said, just like Tupac said, you get your money up, then you go to war. So he couldn't really bring out all this information when he wasn't at a point where he had so much sovereignty, autonomy, and economic prowess, right? So he had to wait till he got his bread right, then go to war.
You know, Jesus will break you down. And I would like to not be one of them cliche Christians that only call on God on Easter or when they at their lowest moment. But, you know, it would feel like all those man-made possessions were taken away from me. And what I want to say when we talk about the accounts being frozen, that ain't got nothing to do with Jewish people. It has to do with the fact that I went on Drink Champs drinking and bragging about not serving Christ.
So he's basically saying that God made all this happen. It's not necessarily the Jewish community who froze the accounts part, but he's saying that he went on Drink Champs. He was talking about, I'll buy a girl a house, and he was flexing. And so he's saying that the Most High brought him down. Debak, I got it. Debak, can you text me? Debak, look at your phone. I'm gonna text you right now. But
more man, go back to Kanye West.
But the Most High will humble you. Everybody are the clothes. He's very
Christ be worth $11 billion. That's God. And God had to sit me back and job me and put me in that well for a bit until I told the world and used this position to say, Jesus is king. There is only one way. If you ain't talking about Jesus, you wrong and you can't lead. You can't lead. Now you get some suggestions. You can work on this contract, but you can't lead. You can't lead until you follow. And until you follow the truth and the way. And that is Jesus Christ. And that's what I had to learn. And I go down there, you know, because I go into these places. I got a Napoleon. I
had to, let me say this, y'all. I'm sorry, but he is giving a perfect mixture. And this is important. And I got to check myself. And we all should check ourselves on this. We all should. He's giving a perfect balance of preaching the Messiah and preaching his identity. Okay? The Christians blame us all the time. You guys put your ethnicity over Christ. And I can see that. I can see why they say that, even though I don't agree, because our ethnicity is important. But he's doing a really good job being balanced, preaching the Messiah, our Lord and Savior, and our identity. And that's very important. We all should watch that. We all need to watch that. All right, let's go.
I got the short man comment. I got the Michael. I got the lawyer from Carlito's Way complex for sure. What are you talking about? I got pink polo next to Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like the way Tata used to look at me in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It just never left my mind. But you know, somebody just give you a look like, "What you doing here? Play a beat." But I gotta say, one thing is so funny. It's like nobody really had my back and supported me as much as Tata. Now he always going to keep it real because this is one of the realest people. Like if anybody know Tata, this is one of the realest, most straightforward people. Like even Jay might keep it more politically correct, but Tata just gonna boom. He's just gonna say what it is, how it always is. But Tata got me on Jay-Z on the Blueprint too. I talked to him. I was like, man, Tata, you know, I got this chain and back in Chicago, man, I'm running around saying I'm on the rock, man, and if I don't rap on Jay-Z album, man, people, you know, they ain't gonna really believe in me as a rapper, man. And he went and got Jay to put me on Point Out the Bounce on the Timbaland beat. And my rap wasn't even that good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no Watch the Throne rap. But, you know, it's like he did that. Another thing is I always be talking about Jay Brown. I'll be having my issue with Jay Brown. We got this joke going back and forth where it's like he had this leather jacket, and this leather jacket had wool, but it had leather sleeves. And it made me think of like them leggings that girls used to wear, where it's like gym in the back, but leather in the front. I'm like,
I just blocked me. I know the moderators are blocking people, but I just blocked. I think I might have blocked the most people I've ever blocked in one live broadcast today. So many haters. Thank you for the view. I appreciate that, though.
like, is you going to the gym or you going to the club? Let's make a decision here, right? So Jay Brown had a jacket. I told him, yo, I want you to go on a flight. I want you to put it up in that compartment at the top, and I want you to leave it there. So, but, and if you ever talk to Rihanna, there's a whole email that I put like 12 people on where I'm just talking about his jacket for a long period of time, right? And he'll know exactly what jacket I'm talking about. And I hope he left it. And leave that in the lost and found and don't find it. All right. But what Jay Brown did is when I had Stronger, and this is funny, this is like some proper music industry stuff. I had the sample, and he was working at Def Jam, and it was very important because it was so progressive, this idea. Mind you, I made Stronger because my fiance at that time liked Justin Timberlake a little bit too much. He's all bringing sexy back. I'm like, man, you just dancing too. You all up in the mirror to that, huh? You bringing sexy back, huh? So we went and made Stronger, and I would play it, and she'd be looking like, because I was kind of like a backpack rapper, and she's like, yo, I don't know if people gonna understand it and get it. And I played the song. I remember they had Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls coming in and just like dancing. Like it looked like she had the whole Pussycat Dolls with her just to that. But then my boy Ice Pick, rest in peace, from Rough Riders came in, and I played it for him, and he put his nose up. He said, the whole album gonna sound like that. And then I remember I was like, oh, I gotta get this song to a place where it'll play on Hot 97. We know we're gonna get the pop stations. This before, I was canceled the first of my 30th times of getting canceled. So we knew we was gonna get the pop stations back then, but we had to make it for the black station. I put the song out, it didn't bang in the club. We went and got Switch to work on it, Pharrell to work on it, and then Timbaland, we had to go to the person who made Sexy Back. He redid the drums. It took him 10 minutes to do it. And then for the next 2 hours, he just talked about couldn't nobody do it but him. Can't nobody do this but me. You came to the right place. I'm the only person that could do this. Right here, I'm just sitting there, just listen to him. Like when Pusha T would have to listen to me talk for a long time. Or like how y'all have to listen to me talk for a long time right now. Thank God for being my therapy today. I've been going through a lot.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
But anyway, I want to say Jay Brown went, and there was someone who had the sample also. He went and bought the song to ensure that the first time you heard that was from me. So me and Jay Brown have our differences. Like he got a difference. Like he feel like it's okay to wear jackets with leather sleeves and wool bodies. We agree to disagree. But he has done a lot. This stuff is like funny to me. I'm one of these people that you can tell obviously likes the sound of their own voice. And by the sounds of being the top 5 streaming artists of all time without no album out, hundreds of millions of other people do too.
I told you guys, Charlemagne the God tried to say if Kanye was to drop an album, it wouldn't do nothing. He's already right now. He don't even have an album out. He's a top 5 streaming artist without an album out. The nigga not going nowhere.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, somewhat that answered my question.
Okay.
Now, my next question.
Wait a second. He didn't sound energized on that though. I want you guys
Okay, so this is the best part. This is the best part
really
of the interview with Captain Tazariak, our Hebrew Israelite brother, gets to ask this power pack question that makes them delete and shut down the whole clubhouse room. But what's interesting is that Captain Tazariak, he has low energy, but he usually is a laid back brother. So Kanye is like, did that answer your question? And the brother Tazariak is like, kind of like, yeah, you know what I mean? But Kanye didn't like that. Kanye said, bro, your energy is down. I could tell by your low energy that, you want to act something for real. And this is what happened, y'all. Let me rewind just a little bit. You got to get the context.
Now, my next question.
Wait a second. He didn't sound energized on that though. I want you
No.
Get him, Jay. Get him, Jay.
No. I wanted to do a follow-up.
Oh, shit, y'all.
I want to do a follow-up, but I know Ion's going to ask.
No, do the follow-up because I want your energy level to be high.
Okay, so my follow-up, so I follow like the Israelite belief. And so the reason why I asked you that question about your path is because I love that journey. I see you're switching. And then from watching the Drink Champs video, you made a statement to say that, you know, we're the Jews too. So like, where did that part come from? Was it something that you learned from like the Jewish people, or is this something that you learned from your own side?
So real quick, y'all, but at the beginning of this show, I told y'all that our truth. So
you intend to.
When I went on Alex Jones, is interesting. He talked about this.
Whoa! See, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I did not know, because I didn't watch the Alex Jones interview, but his officer Hassan did. The Water Joyce for the super chat donation. Greatly appreciate you for supporting the channel. But Alazar watched that in Alex Jones interview. Sergeant Yatab and Officer Hassad watched that Alex Jones interview, and they didn't even tell me that either. But this may have not gone public, but he just said that Alex Jones believes that we are the Hebrew Israelites.
It's so funny. You wouldn't expect Alex Jones to specifically back up that thought and that theory. I would read the Bible. I'm looking at the location of the Bible, and I wouldn't visited Buju Banton.
So he's looking at the location where the Jews come from, and they would have to be a people of melanin, is his understanding. But he said he went to visit Buju Banton. Now, Buju Banton, this is something that, of course, we know that the Jamaicans, the West Indians, they, can you guys see my screen?
We're not really interested.
Yeah, out America, and I cancel him for that. Who was so him homeland? He remit back that verse 2, and they all these nations, thy nation, literally homeland, to embark on culture. Let's go back.
Obviously, our existence was erased. Those slave ships was real, bro.
Our existence was erased. Jeremiah 17:4. Jeremiah 17:4. Are thou land
like that of a Jew?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you wanted to hear that? I'm already canceled, right? So I can say stuff like that. I want to make sure, because it was important. Even though we're not face to face, I heard in your voice that my that Timberland story that I tell all the damn time was not that funny to you. You was trying to get it to some like you was trying to get it to like a real conversation. We're trying to line up in front of the stadium right now. And people,
you hear what he said? He said, Kanye, the brother Ye, is telling our brother Captain Tazariak, right, our powerful Hebrew Israelite brother, telling him that you didn't want to hear my Timberland joke. You wanted to hear some real shit. You wanted to hear how we are the true Jew blood of Christ. You know, you wanted to hear how they're trying to cut off our existence.
They're trying to cut
he said, and did you hear what he said? This is lining up in front of the stadium. This is lining up in front of the stadium. For those of you who don't know, our brothers at the IUIC marched and surrounded that Barclays Stadium, thousands of Israelites. Kanye seen, our brother Ye seen that, and he just referenced that. We trying to line up at the stadium. You understand?
My thing is, you know what? There are truths to the relationship. Stereotypes exist for a reason. There are more Chinese computer engineers and Indian computer engineers than there are of other races. You know, there are more creatives in the entertainment field than of other races that are black. You know, certain stereotypes exist for a reason. That's why they're around. Like everyone's trying to like homogenize the New World Order us and not have us look at the heritage of where things come from.
Stereotypes exist for a reason. Meaning what? We parallel to the curse. If the reason why they say we're cursing, we don't know our identity. Those stereotypes exist for a reason.
Christians out there is that the Bible describes dinosaurs as dragons, because that's something in the indoctrination school known as Sierra Canyon.
Who knows about Sierra Canyon? Who knows about Sierra Canyon? Because see, this is why I said it's so important that when Ye is talking about Hebrew Israelites and a lot of other stuff, we slow it down and we put emphasis and overanalyze it. We got to be over analytical with what he's saying here. He's telling you that these celebrities have been conditioned and their kids to not believe in the Bible. All these celebrities go, they go and they send their kids to a school called Sierra Canyon in Chatsworth, California. These are some of the celebrities who went there. And then these are more, but he's really taking a shot at the Kardashians. All the Kardashians went there. Kylie Jenner, Kendall Jenner, LeBron James Jr., his LeBron James' son goes there. Willow Smith, the Smith daughter. You'll see all of them, right? Dr. Dre's kids went there. P. Diddy's kids went there. And what they'll do here at this school is they indoctrinate you with atheism and Scientology. This is why I used to live in Hollywood and I used to do music in Hollywood. And that Scientology movement was heavy when I was there back in 2006 to 2009, right? Let's continue though.
That they do to make your kids come home, be like, well, Dad, well, what's up with the dinosaurs? So we're saying the importance of history. And if we know where we come from, we can know where we're going. And there's all these overlaps where history repeats itself. Like certain stuff where I go through dealing with Yeezy and Skims and all that, I'm like, man, I feel like I'm in a Gucci movie right now as we speak. Like even this thing, like, why was Corey Gamble sent into the Kardashian Jenner family?
Oh, shit.
Mind you, Corey Gamble was Puff Daddy's Manny, right? And then Corey Gamble was next to Justin Bieber when he was getting in trouble, right? And then soon as Bruce Jenner turned to Caitlyn Jenner, here go Corey Gamble. Why is that? Because if you see me and Kim and I'm doing an Easy Fashion show and we got the most visibility of all time, then the richest man in the world would offer me a deal and then take the deal away from me and then hire my best friend and make him the head of Louis Vuitton, right? It was all to keep us at the Ari Emanuel entertainment level.
And those of you who don't know, he's talking about Virgil.
Because we stay on the path we're going, we get to Medici level. You go above Vatican. You go above Vanguard and BlackRock. But right now, Shorty got an investment firm that's half with, I'm not going to say what hospital is. I'm not going to say what the doctor is. It was a juice. So.
No surprise.
But that's the thing, is you got to understand the Armenians work in the meatpacking district and the.
Here goes the statement that he said that made them boom, that made them boom, 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 the clubhouse room.
Shorty got an investment firm that's half with, I'm not going to say what hospital is. I'm not going to say what the doctor is. It was a juice. So.
No surprise.
But that's the thing, is you got to understand the Armenians work in the meatpacking district and the Jews work in the nigger packing district. The Jews are
Mm.
used by the Chinese to control the blacks.
Oh, shit.
They just middlemen. They'll sell anything.
No, and
That's real. That's real. I mean,
Come and
Definitely.
get
Definitely.
me.
This is weird, man. Slick.
you definitely
for sure.
is the produce right now. So hey,
And the clubhouse room was unalived after that. Clipped after that. He said the Armenians run the meat packing district and the small hats run the nigger packing
Come on,
district.
man.
Damn. Voices of red media and who wants some are it's time knives. Black says yay is on father. And Whack 100 for facilitating that. And also shout out to our brother Captain Tazariak at the UPK. Shout out to our brother Captain Tazariak of the UPK. Jacob, click the link. Jacob says, y'all always trying to prove you are the Jews. The Gentiles here have always known y'all Israelites and of confess. So this is apparently looks like a Gentile saying that we shouldn't have to prove we're the Israelites so much. And that a lot of Gentiles know. Well, a lot of people still don't know. So this is the reason why you have Leviticus and Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy is the second law, reiterating most of the prescribed things from Leviticus. You understand? All right, mic check. What's going on? Mic check. Yusuf. Oh, okay. He's having some technical difficulties. Let's give him one more chance. Biggie, give me one more chance. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to say. April
Right, so
Evans,
that
if
was
you're not
the
spending any
interview
money,
Kanye West
then I don't see
and
anything
Captain
wrong with
Tazariak.
that.
Oh my God, this cold man got me in so much pain.
All right, y'all.
Yeah,
We don't
so
got no smoke today.
it's a dude. I might have sent dude the link. Well, I definitely sent the link an hour later. Yeah, it was my fault. Saying 8 o'clock, knowing I get home at 7:30 and I eat for the first time solid meal when I get home. So I keep telling people 8 o'clock, but I'm really not free until 9 p.m. I'm better off in the morning or early afternoon. So anyway, let me get an early rest. Hopefully I can sleep this cold off and feel better in the morning when I talk to another Hebrew Israelite around 12. Unless that one guy responds back tonight, which I really don't feel like. I'm glad to do in calling. I really don't feel like. I don't have the energy. Yeah, I don't have the energy. This is my guy right here, the game spinner. I'm gonna catch up on the rah-rah. Okay.
Before I get started,
I'm gonna challenge him.
let me give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Kakadash. The one to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the brothers that are preaching the truth in the four winds of the earth. May Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, have mercy upon you. What you got there, sir? You trying to see me? What you got there?